Welcome to the Revenant Caves, the most dangerous place in old school RuneScape. And if you come here, you are going to die. But that's okay. The risk is worth the reward. Even though there are demon PKers, genius bot scripts, and pathetic raggers at every turn, the wild thing about the Rev Caves is that it is worth it. But be warned, even if you take every precaution, you have a much higher chance than normal of dying here. So be vigilant and pay attention, or you might find yourself becoming a Revenant. Alrighties, ladies and gentlemen, before we get things started, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. And if you like the wilderness as much as I do, hit me up in game and think about joining my clan, the Wild Raiders. We do everything from multi-boss masters, multi-PKing, we even do a little bit of TOA and next. So if you're a new player just trying to get into the game, hit me up. Now, next thing we want to go over is plugins. There are 3 plugins you want to do. I would say 2 are about mandatory, and the third one is usually mandatory in the wilderness, but specifically for the Revenants, you may or may not want to have this stuff on. So the first plugin we'll be talking about is player indicators. Player indicators will put a red name over people's heads and a red box under their feet. It'll make it really easy to identify players, whether they're enemy players or just people just trying to kill Revenants like you. The next plugin is you're going to want to get is the Wilderness Lines plugin. The Wilderness line will do a light blue line for the level 30 line, and it'll do a red line for the multi-line. Pretty good plugin, reasonably useful, especially the singles part where it's like above and below level 30. That'll let you know where you can teleport and where you can. And then the last plugin is Wilderness Player Alarm. Wilderness Player Alarm is great for Revenants if you're trying to find get a world all to yourself and you don't want to see anybody, you don't want to get scouted, you're just trying to avoid everyone as much as possible. But if you're not that fussed about it, the Wilderness Player Alarm is going to probably be really annoying. Alright, in my opinion, there are 2 types of Revenants. There are low-tier Revenants, and there are high-tier Revenants. Low-tier Revenants are everything from Revenant Imps to Revenant Orcs. So, you got Revenant Imps, Goblins, Pyrofiends, Hobgoblins, Cyclops, Hellhounds, Demons, and Orcs. And the main thing about low-tier Revenants is that they are under the level 30 line, so you can always teleport out immediately, and you can kill them with anything. You can literally kill them with a magic short bow and full black D-hide. And the high-tier Revenants are the Revenant Dark Beasts, Revenant Knights, and Revenant Dragons. These are all above level 30, and they are much more dangerous to kill, and they are much harder to kill, and you pretty much need Revenant weapons to kill them. You need a Ursine Chain Mace or a Webweaver bow to kill these things. And the final Revenant, the most powerful Revenant, is the Revenant Maledictus. A really interesting monster. You need to pray range against it at all times, and you need to avoid the shadows under your feet to get hit, and then when it does a slam attack, you need to move like a couple tiles in either direction. So, and you need a Revenant weapon as well to kill that. And that's pretty much it. So let's go into the setups. Alright, this is basically Baby's first time ever trying Revenant's setup. Pretty much, the gear is as follows. You have Varrock's Full Helm. This thing has the same defenses as a Serpentine Visage, and it has no negative mage defense. It's amazing. And so if you bring it with a... I didn't bring an anti-venom in this setup because no one's going to attack you in this setup. People are going to look at you in this setup and be like, gross. And you want to... let's see. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. You want to bring a Varrock's Full Helm, Ranging Cape, or Accumulator, or Assembler. Probably, I like the Ranging Cape. It's pretty awesome. There's Salve Amulet EI. You get the scroll back if you die. Moonlight Antler Bolt's about 100, probably about 150 to 200, honestly. You go through these pretty fast. The Sun Hunter's Crossbow is just better than the MSB, and it only costs 5k. It's a ridiculous item. You can do Black D-High Top here, K-Top, Blessed D-High Top, or Missouri Top if you can afford it. You can use Dragonfire Ward, or a Odium Ward, Twisted Buckler, whatever. Just the Dragonfire Ward has the highest mage defense, and the Missouri body is the highest mage defense chest piece in the game. And then Black D-Hide Chaps, and then you want to bring a Bracelet of Ethereum with about 100 Ether in it, and then Mixed Hide Boots, because they're dope. They have like plus 5 mage defense, they're insane, and then Ring of Suffering plus 20 mage defense. This is what your stats are looking like. 157 mage defense, fucking ridiculous. Just silly stuff. 157 range accuracy, and the best part is look at the risk. If you will protect item enabled, 268k, baby. That is crazy. So all you'll lose is your rev fee and 268k if you die in this setup, which, man, I challenge you to die in the setup. If you just camp, pray mage, and rigor, you should never die, and you'll just power slaughter Revenant orcs with this setup easily. Any low tier is going to get slaughtered by this setup. Just absolutely and utterly slaughtered. And on to the inventory. So we have Royal Seed Pod, Ranging Pot, Stamina, 5 Super Restores, gives a good long trip, a bunch of combo each set up, like 4 Anglers, 4 Cram Bands, Blighted Anglers and Cram Bands, and 2 Emergency Brews in case we get attacked, House Tabs to get out there, or you can use a Revenant Cave Teleport or a Burning Amulet and a Looting Bag. And yeah, with this you should very effectively be able to kill Revenants and really get a handle of things. Good stuff. Great stuff. Alrighty, onto the Unskulled Webweaver bow setup. Extremely awesome setup, very powerful, very effective, and very high mage defense. So PKers will just splash on you like crazy. And the setup is as follows. We got Varric's Full Helm, Skill Points Cape. You don't need to bring Accumulator or Assembler with a Webweaver bow because it doesn't actually help the weapon out. You're not going to preserve any ammo with it at all. So you can either bring a Skill Cape or like a Mage Arena 1 Cape. I prefer a Skill Cape personally. They're like just chunkier on the defenses, with only 1 less mage defense than a Mage Arena 1 Cape. Salve Eye, you get your points back if you die, even if you're PK'd, I believe. So totally worth bringing one of these. Webweaver bow, Zori body, Carol's bottom, bracelet of Ethereum with 100 Ether, mixed-eyed boots, you get a little +3 mage defense there, and a Ring of Suffering. And you're only risking, says protect item. It says about 400k here, but that's a lie because the Webweaver bow is going to bring that up to about 800k. You're risking about 400k worth of Ether whenever you bring a Webweaver bow. And then for the inventory, we got a Seed Pod, Ranging Pot, Stamina, 5 Super Restores, bunch of brews, 6 brews. Whenever there's Ether on the line, we always bring a shit ton of brews. We don't give a shit. Bunch of Anglers, 5 Cramboyants, an Anti-Venom Plus. You don't have to bring an Anti-Venom Plus. You can just bring a normal Anti-Venom, but I don't have any Anti-Venom, so I'm just saying Anti-Venom Plus, boys. About 20 Vengeance Sacks, just to do damage back to people who attack us. House Tabs or Rev Cave Teleports, however you're getting there. Burning Amulet, and then a Looting Bag. And yeah, this is a pretty dope setup. Very effective. This would be a reasonable next step. And the DPS this is probably the highest DPS setup. You're gonna do this, and no other setup is gonna be comparable to this setup. Alrighty, on to the melee setup. So I'm sure you're wondering why we've been using so many range setups over melee setups. That's because of this thing right here, the Bracelet of Ethereum. Range is not hurt as badly as the other styles by not having access to Barrows gloves and Zenite jewelry. Xerath Van Braces, the bestest slot gloves in the game, are a very minor upgrade to ranging DPS. So that's why range is the best style in Revenants. It has the highest DPS because it's just very robust with the core items. It doesn't need like the secondary stuff like rings and gloves and even boots to be very high DPS. Range is OP. Range is overpowered. That's okay. Melee is still pretty good too. And this melee setup looks fucking badass. You look like a fucking menace with this shit on, dude. I love this stuff. That's why I put it there. Yeah, it's good stuff. And the defenses are insanely high. Very high. You're very safe. And you can still kill Revenants really fast with this setup. Very much so. You can just got the classic Varric's Full Helm, basically plus 50s in all defenses except for Mage. Just has 0 Mage, which is weird for melee helms because usually you have a negative Mage. Ranging Cape. Now, why are you bringing a Ranging Cape with a melee set? Because I plan on defending myself, and I brought a Rune Crossbow so I can just shoot somebody. So why not bring a Ranging Cape? Actually useful. And that's also why I brought Vengeance. Anyway. So Ranging Cape, normal salve, Dragonstone Bolts E, Ursine Chain Mace, K-Top, Dragonfire Shield, insane defenses on this thing. It has plus mage defense as well. Varric's Plate Skirt has super high defenses and also is like the Varric's Full Helm, and it has 0 mage defense instead of negative like most melee gear. Bracelet of Ethereum. This really hurts us. We wish we didn't have to use this, but we have to. It is what it is. And then Dragon Boots and a Berserker Ring. And with this setup, we are risking protect item. We're risking about 800k. So man, about 1.2 mil if we die, because there's about 400k ether in the mace. So you could swap this K-top out for a black D-hide system, but I prefer this just because you just look like a menace, and it is really hard. Like, I challenge you to die in this setup. Fucking challenge you. If PKR gets on you, just equip your rune crossbow, cast Vengeance, and click on them. And then just keep running away and just camp augury. Fucking easy. Easy brain. And maybe spec them once or twice with Irritating Chain Mess. It's like that. It's like it's literally not worth the time to kill you. You can easily tank 2.5 minute TB with 6 brews and a bunch of food. Easily. Speaking of inventory, you want to bring a Royal Seed Pod, Super Combat, Stamina, a bunch of restores. We dropped a restore. You can drop a brew or a restore, up to you. I didn't want to compromise brews, so I just dropped a restore instead. And then we bring 6 brews, 5 anglers, 5 crambuans, anti-venom. So our Varix is basically just a better serpentine that doesn't give strength bonus, which would be nice here, but we don't have the room for it. But maybe you could alter things around. Take out the K-top, swap out the Varix, equip that, and then you free up this slot. But I don't want to do that. I want to look like this. This looks cool to me. But there's totally options. There's one way to skin a cat. Way to teleport there, so you can use Rev Teleports or Burning Amulet or anything like that, and a looting bag. And yeah, the setups are very cool, very fun, and very safe. Like this is probably, I mean, you're never really safe in the Rev Caves, but man, this is probably the safest setup for the Rev Caves. Alrighty, this is Baby's first time sculling setup. You risk jack shit with this. You risk, like, if I protect item, you protect your avarice. That's your only. But you could also lower the risk by swapping out the ranging cape. Didn't bring it with an accumulator. That would save you about 100k. I just like the ranging cape. It's dope, but you don't have to do that. That's just a me thing. So let's go over the setup. So snakeskin. You could bring a Varix home if you want to bring up the risk by like 100k. Already talked about the ranging cape. Avarice. This is the only item we're gonna protect. This is, you'd be confident with protecting item if you're going to use this setup in an avarice. It's good practice. I mean, if you lost the whole thing, you wouldn't even lose a mil. But still sad. You don't want to die. Just practice, good practice. Then Moonlight Antler Bolts, about 150. So this thing is overpowered, just objectively better than the MSB in every single way possible. Black D-hide Body, Black D-hide Chaps, Book of Law, Bracelet of Ethereum, Snakeskin Boots, and a Ring of Shadows. And inventory, standard inventory, we got the Raw Seed Pad, Ranging Pot, Stamina, 5 Super Restores, 4 Anglers, 4 Crams, 4 Anglers again, and 4 Crams again. For them combo is just bam bam, bam bam. Cerebrews, 2 Cerebrews, 5 ways to get there. You can use Rev Cave Teleports, Burning Amulets, or your house dads with an obelisk in your house, and a looting bag. Yeah, this setup can kill orcs and demons on cooldown, and super easy. Really good setup. Really great setup for just try out Skulling for the first time. Alrighty, so you really want to power slaughter revs, and probably but what I would say, like, pretty much schmacks. I mean, you can go higher from here and be insane, like coming in full Missouri and stuff, and just pretty much just believe in God that you're not gonna die, which is totally a strategy. There's this guy named TJ Kun doing that, but this is, if you're gonna start doing the Skulled Webweaver stuff, this is what you'll probably be bringing. And Varric Full Helm, because it's OP, and like, what does this thing cost? 142k. Well, and it's as good as a 5 mil, like a Serp, which is 4 mil. Fucking crazy. Hit point cape, good defense item. Amulet of Avarice. You will lose this if you die, because obviously you're protecting your Webweaver. Rod's Blessing. Webweaver Bow. Black D-hide top and bottom. Bracelet of Ethereum. Mixed hide boots. And a Ring of Shadows for that extra 5 mage defense. And then the inventory, we're bringing a Royal Seed Pod, Ranging Pot, Stamina, 5 Blighted Super Restore, 6 Brews, 5 Blighted Anglers, 5 Blighted Rams, Anti-Venom, Vengeance. Way to get there with like a Burning Amulet or a Rev Cave Teleport or an Obelisk in the house, and a looting bag. This setup should serve you just fine. You should get this'll give you the best odds. You'll get to Rev weapons the fastest with this. If you don't die, you'll make the most money with this setup. Absolutely. Alright, here is the final setup I'll be showcasing today. This is the melee setup, but cheaped out. We swapped out the DFS for a Crystal Shield. We swapped out the Carol's Bot top with a Black D-hide top, and we swapped out the Berserker Ring with a Ring of Shadows. And that should bring the risk down considerably. Oh, yep. Oh, holy fuck. Well, not too much. This is still 1.5 mil risk. But your defenses are sky high with this. You should be really safe with this setup. You got Vengeance and Earn crossbow to defend yourself and just go over the full setup. I've got Varric's full helm, ranging cape, Amulet of Avarice, Dragonstone bolts E, Ursine chain mace, Black Dead body, crystal shield, Varric's plate skirt, bracelet of Ethereum, dragon boots, and a ring of shadows. And then in the inventory we have got a royal seed pod, super combat, stamina, a bunch of super restores, about 4 of them, rune crossbow, 6 brews, and 5 blighted anglers, 5 cram wounds, anti-venom, vengeance, way to get there, you know, with either rev teleports or your burning amulet or a obelisk in your house and a looting bag. And yeah, you should be doing just fine with this setup. It's flying through the rev caves, and a decent chance. Still I think range is still better than melee, but that is a-okay. They're both really good. They're both really good. Magic is terrible. Don't use magic in the rev caves ever. But yeah, range does have the highest DPS. It's range and stuff, but it's way less defensive. This is much more defensive, more safe. But this is still 1.5 mil risk, so it's still gonna suck. And that's actually probably more closer to 2 mil, honestly, because of the fucking chain mace. Yeah, you don't want to die, and that's what this setup is for. But if you do die, you just lose 1.5 mil. Not too bad. Alrighty, and we're gonna just do some quick tips and tricks while you're in there. So like, what are the best locations to kill revenants? What are the best revenants to kill? What rooms are like, yeah, pretty much we're gonna go over that. And then what gear setup? I'm gonna recommend range probably. It's the fastest way to kill them. But melee is still really good, just not as good. But it's also safer. But it also looks cool. Like this is I think just an iconic looking setup right here. So I'm gonna go in with this. So yeah, we'll just go run around, and I'll show you what's up while we're in there. Yeah, let's get in there. So yeah, these are the Revenant imps. We don't care about these. Over there, the Revenant goblins. We don't really care. Hobgoblins. Yeah, here's some goblins right here. We don't care about these either. Yeah. Over here is Revenant orcs. This is my favorite spot. This is a good spot to kill Revenant orcs if you're low level. I'll drink the stam up. Like this man is doing. He's like rocking a more rag setup. Good man. So make sure your PK skull prevention is on for sure. And then I have protect item. Yeah, protect item, pray mage, piety, and preserve. And you just, if you're doing range, you just have rigor instead of piety. This is a good spot up if you don't have 89 agility like I do. Like I have a 91 agility. I like this spot. This is like one of my favorite spots. You just fucking stam up and just start whacking away at these guys. Now I'm running out of suffering right now. It's the same work as a berserker ring. You got plenty of. Oh man, yeah, this works great. I got a little 0 there, but that's okay. And he's dead. Look at that. He's like 3 or 4 shot him, pretty much. It's good stuff. No noted items. It's kind of sad. We'll just go ahead and pick this up real quick. Yeah, I like this spot too, because if I get hit by a PKer, most PKers don't have this shortcut right here. This is an 89 agility shortcut. Pretty good. This is where the Pyre Fiends are. And then these Hellhounds are pretty safe to kill. Nobody picking PKs here. Like a horrible place. You just feel like you go over this 30 line a little bit, hit yourself a Hellhound. Yeah. Pray piety. Good stuff. Easy. Easy. Oh man, why is the orc like faster kill than this? Holy shit. Yeah, this isn't going good at all. Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that was bad loot too. We go over here. The Revenant Dragons is a pretty good spot. Somebody's killing them with magic. That's insanity. Yeah, look at he's splashing like crazy. This person's a psychopath. Oh, he just hit a 50 there though. With some U-logs here. I'm not gonna kill him. He might get mad at me. That's fine. I'm gonna try out Revenant Knight real quick. See how that goes. We're still plenty potted up. Might send a spec. We missed. Damn. Still missed. Oh, there we go. Die, brother. Yeah, we're getting fucked up here. Oh no, we're doing good. We're doing good. And now it's healing. Oh, he even does like an eating animation. Nice. Yeah, definitely recommend range. Ursine Chainway says letting me down. Just a little bit though. But that's a PKer. Or is that a PKer? I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah. Okay, decent little loot. Oh, the Thamarins has a red skull attack? That's kind of cool. splashing. Splashing's fun. So Rev Knights are good, Rev Dragons are good, like that one other guy was doing. This room right here is horrible. I don't think you should ever use this room. Just a horrible room. This room is dead content. We don't do anything in this room. There's no, like, these are all low tier Revenants, and yeah, there's better places to kill them. More Revenant Pyre Fiends. This room over here is interesting. The Dark Beasts, especially if you got a crossbow, you can do it pretty, or a Webweaver bow, you can do this task pretty safely. You just come in here. These are the lowest high tier. Oh, someone's already warmed this one, softened this one up for me. Yes, this setup is amazing. Oh my god. Is my base not charged? There we go. And then they're like, we just two-shot it out of nowhere. God damn. Okay, well I'm not getting that low. I'm gonna kill this one too. Let's get this one as well. Yeah, you just sit here and just chill. Bam. Okay, we borderline 3-shot this one. Yeah, we literally just 4-shot that one. Okay. There we go. RNG. Got some little supplyage here. I'll just eat it. Food. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Alright, another one of my favorite rooms is this room over here. The Rev Demons. Yeah, over here, this is a good room. You can also use this entrance up here overhead. I'll show you that real quick too. So like, bam, Rev Demons. This is a good room too. It's pretty safe in here. You can be all the way in the back and hide and just pick up all your loot, and no one will know you're even in here. That's pretty much all the Rev Caves. The Rev Caves really aren't that big, honestly. But here, let me show you this other entrance. This is my favorite way to enter. I'll show you. So I'll go over here, go back to the house. Teleport over it, and I use this obelisk, so I'll set destination on obelisk. Got this plugin that shows me the map. Click on that, the level 27 one, and we teleport to destination. We say yes. And we just run right over here. And this is all singles too. So we're not in any trouble. And we just jump in here. And this is the third way to get in. Not a lot of people know about this spot. Yeah, Rev Demons are right. We're right back at Rev Demons, or I can go over to Rev, or my favorite Rev Orc spot. Super chill. Super chill. Not a problem at all. Alrighty, so what do you do if you have to defend yourself?